Oh yeah, that's right. Last time we did soft speaking for this video, so we were gonna go ahead and do soft speaking so you can hear me because the mic's a little further away. Maybe we'll just like bounce back and forth. The 1 hour candle tapping video came out yesterday at the time that I'm recording this, and you guys were going off about my highlighter, which by the way, I accidentally like made a mistake on applying it. But you seem to really like it, so I think we're gonna try and recreate that mistake today. But first things first. This, I think it's gonna be this backpack. If not, I have another backpack, but this is gonna be my carry-on backpack. Victoria's Secret pink. That backpack was actually a gift from my sister. Here. Oh, she's getting sleepy. You could see her 2 little dots above her eyebrows. I think that's the most you've ever seen of her. Because she's just a funny little girl. She's usually just snoring in the background. Alright. I'm not even gonna like say what these things are because I just recently did a get ready with me like 2 weeks ago by the time this comes out. So we want to prime. So yeah. At the time that I'm filming this, it is January 10th, and my husband and I leave soon for Disneyland in California, which I'm really excited about. But truthfully, I'm also really nervous about. I'm a nervous flyer. Come on. I'm a nervous flyer. Oh, I just realized I forgot to turn my... I have a ring light set up here. Hello. Too much. Too much. Okay, that way, all of that kind of... Yeah. Will give us some consistent lighting. Yeah, so I'm a nervous flyer. I just never liked flying, even when I was a kid. And I get airsick really easily. Not that any of this is like relaxing talk for ASMR, but we're just being real here. So I like to make sure that I'm prepared, if not over prepared, for a flight. So the reason I mention it is because hopefully, if you can see what I pack, if you're also a nervous flyer or have any of the same stuff going on that I do when I fly, maybe some of these things will be helpful for you. I was supposed to film this video yesterday, but in order to show you what I pack in my carry-on, I have to pack my carry-on. That's kind of how it works. So, alright, so we have our primer and our BB cream on. I got a towel here. Let's go through. Let's start with the small outside pouch. So one thing that always skews me out on planes is the headrest. So, plus, like, it's just, you can never be too clean on a plane, right? So I have a plethora. This is a Purell Cottony Soft hand sanitizing wipe. We have a Clorox disinfecting wipe. And then I have this little mini pack of Lysol disinfecting wipes. So we wiping down that headrest and anything else. Going along with that, we have our Equate brand hand sanitizer. This is 3 fluid ounces, and you can't go over 3.4 for TSA. So, at least here in America, babes. I don't know if it's the same anywhere else. That was a bad accent. Don't listen to that. I'm really sorry on my UK friends. Hand sanny. We've got old school. So I have some Apple headphones with a cord, but I have them wrapped in this Sony case. I don't know where this came from, and it's like broken, but just it holds it all together. don't need no cord tangle stress on top of my flight stress. So I happen to have two different kinds, but this is, my husband got this because he went on a cruise last year. But this is motion sickness relief tabs. That's his jam. But this bag right here, this bag is, I cannot fly without this bag. I cannot fly without this bag. So in here, it's a little crumpled, but the brand name is Drip Drop ORS. It's oral rehydration something. I can't remember. It's an electrolyte powder. They have a couple of different flavors, but I personally, out of the ones that I've tried, I like the lemon ones. Yeah, you put this in water, 8 ounces or more. It's really good. It tastes like lemonade. And yeah, this I need for when I travel, because no matter how much water I drink, I tend to get a little dehydrated. So I bring a stack of those, and I have one with my morning water every morning before I go out for the day for Disneyland. These are C-bands. I know that they make like the electronic ones now. That's in the, but honey, these are my tried and true. My mom got them for me like 25 years ago. And yeah, so they have, if you're not familiar, they have this plastic ball on the inside. So you kind of do this thing on your wrist where you measure. How about this? How about I don't show you? You measure like 3 fingers down and you go in between like the two like bendy bones in here. That's what it says. It's the official name, the bendy bones. And you kind of, I always make like a mark with my fingernail, and then I let them sit there. And it's supposed to be like this acupressure point that helps with nausea, because your girl's a puker. Then we have a sparkly hair tie, because if we're gonna be throwing up, we need a hair tie. Okay. I'm literally putting these things back as I'm taking them out because I'm so paranoid. Have you relaxed so far? We talked about throwing up, air sickness, and paranoia. Okay, next, I swear by this product. A friend of mine told me about it a couple years ago, and I love it. Not just for travel, but just like with my endo, I tend to get really nauseous, like super nauseated. So this helps me a lot. It's called Motion Ease, EAZE. It's an all-natural motion sickness relief topical oil. It's 100% natural herbal oils. Does it smell good? No, it smells like herbs. Is it going to help you from throwing up? Yeah, it will. So what you do is, let's see, tap bottle 3, something on my face is itching me so much, oh my god. Tap bottle 3 times to disperse a dime-size amount of oil on finger and rub into the soft area on the head behind the earlobe. Repeat behind the other ear. Apply 5 minutes prior to travel. Reapply as needed. The ingredients are botanical oil blend of lavender, peppermint, frankincense. I'm having a thought. Hold on. So lavender, peppermint, frankincense, chamomile, myrrh, and lang lang. Ling Lang, Yin Yang twins. So, all of those things put together, you can imagine what it smells like, but baby, it works. I swear by it. I have a bottle by my bedside. I have a bottle that I keep with me, like when I go out, like in my bag, and I have one in my travel bag. Now, last thing in this little pouch is Dramamine. I cannot tell you how many times I have taken Dramamine. Oh, it's a eyelash on my face, no wonder. Also in my carry-on is this. This was in my strawberry makeover thing. It's supposed to be for headphones, but I got this at Dollar Tree. And it's what I keep like extra. So in here I have 2 little bracelets that I made, and I have some extra hair clips. I do black. This is kind of like an off-white and a blue because I feel like that'll cover all my bases. And then I have a couple of different hair ties in here too. Alright, let's get back to our makeup for a sec. I've got my damp beauty blender. So yeah, my husband and I first went to California, specifically Disneyland, on our honeymoon, which was 2015. Then we didn't go back for a long time because a lot of things happen in life, good things. But one of those things included moving to Florida, aka Disney World, basically. So we didn't really see a need to move to California because we were going crazy here in Central Florida. And then, yeah, we went back last year to Disneyland. And we took our mother-in-law with us. We were supposed to go in 2020, but honey, everybody's booty was parked on the couch in 2020. But we took my mother-in-law with us because she hadn't been in, I want to say it was 46 years. She went to Disneyland on her honeymoon. And funny story is that when her and my father-in-law got to the front gate for the first day of their trip there, Disneyland was closed for the day. She was like, "What do you mean you're closed?" It was like, she said it was a weekday, like a Monday or a Tuesday or something, and they were closed. Because that was just like the day of the week they weren't open. Can you imagine? Now, like, something like bad literally has to happen for Disney to not be open. But yeah, she wanted to go back, and my husband's father passed away many years ago, so it was kind of like she wanted to make one more trip out there because she's getting older. She's still kicking though. She honestly has more of a social life than I'll ever have. And that's like what I aspire to be when I reach her age. So I'm sure on some level it was emotional for her to go there, knowing that the last time she was there was with her husband, you know. I think that's sweet. And we had the best time. The flight to California from Orlando, depending on like the year and the airflow and all that hoopty-doo that I don't know about, I think is anywhere from like 4.5 to 5.5 hours, and the flight there wasn't bad. But like I don't even fly home unless I absolutely have to, and that's like a 2.5 hour flight. So 5 hours is freaking pushing it. Just going in with the e.l.f. translucent HD powder. Yeah, so to ask me to go to California is like the flight home last time. I wanted to, I'm not even gonna say it, but you can imagine. It was awful. It was awful. So anyway, I'm being a trooper and I'm going back because we had such an amazing time. All right, let me set the rest of my face and then we'll go back. I'm not even gonna tell you. Laura Geller, Balance and Brighten, medium. Oh, that's right. This is a new one because I have just a like mostly pan on my old one. So I pulled that out. That's another thing that I'll do is leading up to a trip, I'll kind of assess if I'm gonna need more makeup. And I'll take the low stock ones out so that way I don't run out on vacation. So here's my first world problem dilemma is that this is my first time in many, many years flying with a laptop, because unless, God forbid, something happens and I get sick before we go or whatever, I'm planning on pre-filming videos so that way you guys won't see a lapse in, basically, so I'm not like absent for a week. I know a lot of you thought that I had just traveled to the Polynesian because of the Polynesian video, but that video I actually filmed 2 days before Hurricane Ian in September. And I just, for whatever reason, like, it got lost in the shuffle and I never put it out there. So I was like, you know what, this is a perfect bonus video. So just wanted to clarify, you're not out here thinking that I'm doing like 45 trips back to back to back. But anyway, this is the first time I'm gonna have to fly with a laptop. So I have an HP laptop and it's 16 inches long, and I'm gonna order a case, like a soft case for it, because it's just, I don't wanna get jumbled around. So I'm gonna have to put it in my backpack because mommy's not checking that in her checked luggage. Killer. But the only issue is that since my laptop takes priority, I always put my makeup bag in my carry-on, in my backpack, because if that goes missing, I can go an entire week on vacation without wearing makeup, and truthfully, I probably will go most of it, because it's just so much effort for what. But like, I'm telling you right now, if my luggage were to get lost with my makeup in it, I'm out a lot of money. I mean, it's not like I'm using like, you know, Chanel and Dior, but like, it adds up. If you had to go through and rebuy all of your makeup right now, would that be cute? No. So I'm torn because there's no way my makeup bag is gonna fit. And by no way, I mean like I'll probably do it and just blow my back out on the flight. Okay, here's where it got a little juicy with the highlighter business. Now remember, I always put on a lot more blush for camera. Because here it literally looks like nothing. It looks like nothing. It's so weird. But in real life, it looks like I just stood in a sauna. So yeah, that's my first world problem right now, is that I have to bring my laptop with me because I want to be able to have all my content, upload my videos while I'm there. If you pre-upload your videos to YouTube, like before they come out, the order of them gets messed up. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but like, yeah, like if I were to stack a week's worth of videos on there, they'll start showing up out of sequence on my homepage. So if you were to go to my homepage and see the newest video, it wouldn't be all the way to the left. It would be like behind another video that had already come out, which is weird. So I have to wait and upload them in sequential order, but like when they're ready to drop. So that's part of it. That's part of it. All right, let's go back. Let's go back into the bag here. I'm not gonna take them out because they're too loud, but you better believe that your girl absolutely packs her own puke bags. I've been on a flight more than once before where there are no barf bags in sight, and I'm like, so I double up, I double bag grocery bags, and I bring one for the flight there, one for the flight home. And okay, this is where I was was just about to say this is where it gets crazy, but this whole thing is crazy. I pack a whole loaf of gluten-free bread. I do. This is the Carryon Bakehouse gluten-free ancient grain bread. If you're GF or you're just looking for a different alternative to regular bread or whole wheat, it's dairy, soy, and nut-free. This is by far the best gluten-free bread I've tried, and I've been in the gluten-free game for over a decade now. So I bring this with me. It's like airtight wrapped underneath here. It's like I bring this with me because I can't, let's just say like a flight is delayed or canceled. I don't want to have the sheer stress of trying to find something that's gluten-free that will also like not explode my stomach before I get on a flight. You know what I mean? So I know that if I have a loaf of bread, I will also buy the little pods, travel pods of like Skippy or Jif peanut butter. I obviously won't eat them if someone declares a nut allergy on the flight. I don't really eat on the flight anyway. But yeah, I will pack PB&J, little pods of PB&J to go. The jelly, honestly, I kept from Disney. Like when we stay at the hotels and stuff, if we go down to the quick service restaurants and they have jelly out, I'll grab like 5 of them so I can bring them with me on the flight. Don't tell Mickey. So yeah, that's what I do. I'll bring that as a snack. And I want to, like, God forbid we're stuck there for hours and hours. If I have to have 5 peanut butter and jellies, I will, you know. I also bring the Snyder's gluten-free pretzel rods. I also like their sticks. Their honey mustard sticks are freaking delicious. Snyder's are the best gluten-free pretzels I've ever had. Again, I'm holding it like this because it's really loud and crinkly, but they're dairy, soy, casein, and egg-free, and also gluten-free. Very, very good. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I gotta add to my list. Let's see. Empty water bottle for, just thought of it, for airport. I'll bring like a little bit of water to the airport. That way I don't have to take it from like the fountain if I want to drink anything. Okay. In this bag, in this little frozen bag, I have, this is like my in case of emergency bag. Oh, here it is. I have a Neosporin. I have a couple of Band-Aids in case somebody has a boo-boo or a blister. I also have, I get these from Walmart. This is just in case. This is a lidocaine back patch. It's folded in half, but you can tell. Sometimes if we do a lot of walking, or if I get like all jacked up from sitting on the flight for so long, not being able to move, I like to have that just in case as a backup. In here, I know that it says equate pain reliever, but there's also Advil in there, like some Tums, Gas X, if you know what I'm saying. And then what else do I got in here? I know this is a Pepto bottle, like a generic Pepto bottle. Same thing, more Tums, blah blah blah. So we have some Tylenol, ibuprofen, and everything to soothe our little bellies. Okay, let's move on to this highlighter. Now this highlighter was gifted to me, but I'm assuming you can purchase this wherever you can buy Milani. It's Milani Cosmetics. And it's the number 01 Beaming Light Hypnotic Lights Highlighter. Directions: dust on eyelids, lips, face, and body for a holographic highlight. Create a color-shifting, shimmering prism effect by layering over blush or eyeshadow. Work. So we accidentally did that the other day. So when I say accidentally, I usually apply it right here, right here, right here, right here. But I accidentally picked up way too much on my brush, and it did my whole cheek. And in person, you couldn't tell on camera, but in person, like, it just like made my pores look like the Grand Canyon. But like in every other lighting, it looked fantastic. So we're gonna keep doing it. So it's very light looking, and there's not really like a shift in the pan, and it's very dusty. So it doesn't give like a great first impression, but it definitely glows. Oh, I'm gonna wipe that off. We're just gonna go with it. Oh, see, like after you wipe it away, it's still glowy. Almost gives like a glow in the dark type look. That's what we're talking about. This old Laura Geller brush. I just throw it. Oh my god. Okay. And dip in. See, this is how it starts. And I like this to look like an eyeshadow. I gotta get back into that Muppets. That Muppets eyeshadow palette, and I gotta get into that Laura Geller one. So we're just gonna go all over the cheek. Normally I try and keep it up here, and I bring it up to the temple, but honey, we are going the whole cheek. That's how it happened. Honestly, it's kind of nice to go over the whole cheek. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, girl, like, what are you, sick? This is crazy. I have to remember that that's like not a real phrase. My husband and I will say something is sick or stupid all the time. Like, but we actually mean something good. Yeah, like, did you have some of that pizza today? I'd be like, yeah, it was stupid. Like, stupid how good it was. I don't know, is that like a New York thing? Or he'll be like, he'll be like, hey, I did something blah 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 really thought for you. I mean, like, yeah, you're sick. You're sick. You're sick in love. All right, and then here's the zhuzh that we go back in. Tiny little bit of blush, and we just kind of blend it together and make the cheeks, this part, a little bit more pink. Now let me see if I can, without bonking into the camera and knocking the whole shebang over here. Let's see. I mean, the nose is like a little much, but my white lips. Okay. Work. Oh my god, I need some chapstick on here. Okay. What else we got going on? Yeah. Thank you. Just helped me decide to bring to Disneyland. Oh, eyebrows and eyelashes. It's my least favorite part. Alright, let's work on eyebrows. I've got a few more things in my bag to show ya. Actually, you know what? Let me show you, and then we'll wrap up with this. In here, this is a little Ray Dunn makeup bag my sister got for me. Oh, doggy check. She and I did a 2-mile walk this morning. We were out the door and walking, like, breakfast, coffee, dressed, ready to go. At like 7:13 we left the house. So in here I have a lot of, here's the thing. I drink tea. I've been drinking tea since like Christmas, but I don't like tea. I don't really like it. Like, it's take it or leave it. But I found that I was having a lot of, for some reason, just like anxiousness about my nighttime. I didn't really have like a nighttime routine. And so I was like, okay, let me incorporate a healthy habit every night. So that way I have something, a routine to look forward to, but I'm also doing something healthy for myself. And since it was Florida cold, I was like, okay, I'll warm up with some green tea. So I've been having green tea maybe like an hour before I go to bed. It's decaf, obviously. I just, no preference to the brand really, but Bigelow was buy one, get one at Publix. Yeah, I mean, I should probably try and have it earlier in the night, but I try and do it like after I'm done, you know, like editing and stuff, done walking the dog, done with dinner, and I'm sitting down and I'm trying to like unwind for the night. So I also like to pack a bunch of these. These are the Good and Gather brand, so Target. Date and nut bar in the flavor apple pie. It's just 6 ingredients. They're vegan and certified gluten-free. Dates, almonds, apples, walnuts, raisins, and cinnamon. These are good. I don't know. So I started eating RX bars, if you're familiar with those, when I used to CrossFit. And this doesn't have egg whites in it, so there's no protein really. But this is just a good light snack. I shouldn't say no protein because there's nuts in there. It's 3 grams for a bar. 180 calories, 8 grams of fat, no cholesterol, no sodium, 26 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 21 grams of sugar because of the dates and the raisins. But you know what I mean? It's like a healthy, like a hold me over snack. I pack a few of those because honestly, same thing. If I get stuck in the airport or wherever and I just need like my blood sugar to. And then in here I have Bead Tin Emerald Transparent Pony Beads. No, I'm just kidding. I am using this as a bag. I do take, I packed allergy medicine like Zyrtec. I take a daily multivitamin. And then I have in here, I don't know how YouTube feels about this content, so I'm gonna speak in code here, but they're microdose gummies. Now mind you, your girl has never ingested, has never, literally, God's honest truth, has never ingested what's in a microdose gummy before, not even in college. So I found that taking a half of one, maybe two times a week, maybe about an hour and a half before bed, if I know I'm not going to sleep well. And I've tried bedtime yoga. I've tried, I don't want to, I mean, like I've taken NyQuil or Z-Quil, but that's like straight up chemicals. So we're not doing that. Melatonin gives me insane, scary nightmares. Insane, like terrifying nightmares. So that's out. And I've taken CBD. I started taking CBD on an as-needs basis to help me sleep during the pandemic. You know, when everything was closed and I lost my income. So those are, I want to say the brand is Lumi, Lumi. But I did a lot of reading up on them. They're gluten-free. And the dosage is 1 to 3 of them. I take a half, you know. And that helps me sleep through the night. I find that around, so here's the thing. With my endo, I know I've said this before, that I'm on the pill. And I'm on a pill. She's snoring. She's starting to bark in her sleep. I'm on a pill that's low, like a low dose pill. But on it, I don't get a period. which is good for people like me with endo because you don't want your uterine lining like building up and making more of like the harmful what's the word I'm looking for? Not tissue. You know what I'm talking about. But even though I don't get a period, my body definitely still goes through a lot of the motions. Riding into a problem here with this eyebrow. My body still goes through a lot of the motions around that time of the cycle. And one of them leading up to when I would have a period is insomnia, for sure. I just, like I said, I get really nauseated. And I just have trouble sleeping. I have trouble staying asleep. And that usually happens like anywhere from like 2 to 4 days before what would be the day when I would get my period. So that really helps me out. Okay, well, dang. All right, let's break this up. Let's break up some of the tension with the last of what's in my carry-on. I have, okay, so I have more of these Drip Drops hydration stick, the electrolyte ones. I have a berry flavored one in there, and that's like break glass in case of emergency because it tastes like medicine. I also have a phone charger, exhilarating. And then I also have face masks because, actually this is a cast member face mask that Disney issued to us while we were working during the pandemic. But it's cute because it has Mickey. And then, is that a dog hair? And then I have this goofy one. It's all different goofy faces, which is funny. That's funny to me. So yeah, even before, and a pen. Because you never know when you're going to see someone famous and you're going to need an autograph. No, that's just because, like, it's a pen. I wish that masks on planes had been a more popular thing pre-pandemic. Like, it didn't take a pandemic to make that a thing. Because before we moved to Florida, my husband and I would travel here all of the time for vacation. There was one time we came to Disney, I think it was 4 times or 5 times in a year, like something stupid. And without fail, I would get sick on the flight. I would catch something on the flight, and like halfway through the trip, I'd be down for the count. Sick. Always a head cold, some sort of respiratory nonsense. So you had better believe that with stress and, no offense, little kid booger cooties everywhere. Don't dislike kids, but man, they germy. I will be wearing a mask on the plane. All right, final step. So this is been cute. I've got lots of cute things in the works for you. Like I said, barring any incident, I'm stacking filming and stuff like that. I'm kind of doubling up with all of that. Before my trip, I've got it all scheduled out, so that way I don't miss any days while I'm gone. When is everything coming out like doo-doo today? What is... We had the highlighter win and that was it? The universe said, hey, listen, we can't let you get too cocky. What is happening? My eyelashes. I don't know. So, oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the Etsy store. It is coming. I did not forget about it. I don't want to open a P.O. box and start paying a lot of money, truthfully, until I'm ready to make use of it. And I know that with my schedule doubled up with filming and editing and all that stuff before the trip, it's not going to happen before I go. And then when I get back, I still dive right into a bunch of days of filming and editing, which I love. That's not a complaint. But I dive right back in because obviously we're going to Disneyland for a week, so that's a whole week of filming and editing that I'm not doing. So, oh my god, I just got it on my, gosh. You know what? I'm probably just moving too fast for my own good today, that's why. Also, my husband's working from home today. Normally I do like my yoga and my meditation before I film so I can get it together. I feel like I have sort of some semblance of my life before I preach to ya. Can't come on here and talk about the importance of being calm and treating yourself well if I don't take care of my own mental health. So that is the highlighter look. Let me turn off the ring light. Let's see if I can give you some glow. No. Oh. Oh, so she snapped. No, okay, I should have just left it the way it was. And now. Alright, let me wrap this up. This has been a get ready with me / highlighter tutorial / what is in my carry-on bag for California. I am getting ready after this to film a patron request video for the Patreon channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, feel free to give it a glance. There's always a link on my homepage and in the description. I do a lot of requests, and funny enough, most of the requests, if not all, are no talking requests, so I'm starting to get suspicious, but yeah, so feel free, come check it out, and I will